CP Audio reached out to me back in October of 2021. This is their flagship subwoofer, the CP1200. The CP1200 that I have is a dual 2-ohm configuration. I will be wiring this guy down to 1 ohm and then testing on my Triumph's MD8000.1. Some of the key features of the CP1200 is this mega high roll surround. You have a 3-inch copper voice coil with the quad stack Nomex progressively rolled spider. It also has a triple stack 250 ounce magnet, and it also has 28 millimeters of X-Max. Documentation over at the CP Audio's website did say that they designed this driver with efficiency in mind and said to use medium to small size enclosures for this build. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be using the recommended box volume of 2.5 cubic foot, but I'm not going to be tuning as high as 38 Hz as they suggest, and I'm going to be dropping that in the neighborhood of 33, in between 32 and 35 Hertz. Its terminals are push style and looks to be able to accept around 4-gauge wire that'll easily give you enough room for dual runs of 8-gauge if you're into that. And it also has a high polished chrome backplate. Couple this with a unique high gloss red painted finish and you got a very unique looking subwoofer here. I myself personally like this. The CP1200 is priced at $329.99, which puts it in direct competition with many popular brands. For instance, Sundown Audio's SA12 version 2 has the exact same price tag of $329.99, which only makes you wonder, was this intentional on CP Audio's behalf? Furthermore, with comparisons to Brazilian Sound's Gold 12, a quick Google search proved that the CP1200 is also similarly priced to this 1000-watt subwoofer, which may give some the impressions of it overstepping boundaries without a proven history. So what do I mean by that? For this amount of money, most customers prefer a brand that is easily recognizable. And as a new company, CP Audio will most likely suffer the same challenges that other companies have faced as newcomers, such as Rockville and Scar Audio. So now the question becomes, is this unheard of new subwoofer worth nearly $350? Well, stay tuned. I'm going to bench test this, then I'm going to put it in the car and give you my final results. This is a dual 2-ohm subwoofer. I got it wired right now down to 1 ohm. And I'm going to be playing it over here on this system. Yeah, I got to get the weight in for you guys. I need to see how heavy this thing is with this 250 ounce magnet. I want to give it a weight for you. There you go. 40 pounds and 11 ounces. That's almost 41 pounds, guys. Nice. Nice beefy little motor. I like it. But anyway, I'm going to be running it on this system. This is the Triumph's MD8000.1. No, I'm not going to be using all of this amplifier. Anybody wondering why he using that big old amp? It's just a test bench, man. It'll handle whatever you throw at it. 64 hours or 64 amp hours of headweight lithium cells. You got 375 farads, ultra capacitor. Right now, this is not currently hooked up. And this is what I'm using as my converter right here. This is a 120 amp power converter by PowerMax. You see that? That replicates a car audio alternator. And everything's going to be coming from the head deck here. With the push of a switch, everything comes on. We're going to be measuring real world power with the SMD AMM1. This is an audio multimeter. We're going to be watching the voltage on our lithium pack with the Q8 Max battery tender. That's a smart charger actually, but it does more than that. And that's it. See you guys in the next piece of this. Nice. Hey, it's warm. I gotta say it is a little bit warm. I smell something, but it's not like a burnt coil. It may just be natural outgassing. The adhesives on subwoofers, depending on what adhesive that they're using on the subwoofer, it will outgas when it's heating up, when it's first played anyway. Sometimes the adhesive will need to cure. You know, I won't say they need to cure. It's just processes when you heat up an adhesive, the adhesive will solidify a bit more after some use. Some brands are more notorious for it than others, and I can say that I did push this past its 1200 watt rating, and it did get a bit warm. When I say a bit warm, I'm not saying that it's extremely like burning my hand or something like that. No, I'm saying that it's heating up. To say that I don't think I would play it daily at 2000 watts. I don't think, and as you guys can see from the AMM1, the wattage that I'm giving it isn't a constant 2000 watts. It's just getting there, you know. Now, I would say maybe 1500 watts daily wouldn't hurt it, but I've had subwoofers on the bench before that I can push a little bit and they didn't get warm at all, but this one here did get warm. So 1200 watts is probably where you need to be with it. But does it sound good? Yeah, it sounds good. It looks good, and it moves amazing. I like it. But the coil is what my concern is at this point. I mean, it is a copper coil as well. Copper does heat up quite a bit. Aluminum, on the other hand, does not. Aluminum dissipate heat a lot better. And aluminum is good for SPL as well because of its lightness. Aluminum is lighter than copper is, but copper, most people would turn to copper to manufacture a subwoofer because of sound quality. And this thing does have an FS of, I believe, 30 hertz. I believe that's the FS of it. Okay, so now we have the CP1200 installed in the car, and what we're going to be doing here are 3 different tests. We're first going to test it at its RMS power rating around 1200 watts. Then we're going to test it and see how well it performed at its max power rating. Even though on CP Audio's website, they didn't really list a max power rating. RMS is 1200, so the max rating should be 2400. And then after that, we're gonna max it out and see how well it can do at double max power rating. So we're gonna test it at 1200 watts, 2400 watts, and at 5000 watts. And we're gonna see how the subwoofer behaves under those conditions. Okay, so this would be the RMS testing, 1200 watts. This would be the max rating, 2400 watts. And this is going to be the 5,000 watt test. Have to cut that test a little bit shorter than what I wanted to because I did begin to smell the subwoofer. You do not want to damage the subwoofer just to prove a point. This is not a 5,000 watt subwoofer. I think it did pretty good. So my final thought is this. I think CP Audio has produced a good product and hope they endure long enough to be able to price more competitively, meaning they would have to build those relationships along with the revenue in order to supply the market with a more affordable product. So if you're someone who don't mind taking a chance on a new company, you like new gear, new tech, and you're looking for a subwoofer that do very, very well in small enclosures, I would say take a chance on this company. This is a good product in regards to that, and I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. Once again, we would like to thank CP Audio for the opportunity to review this product, and we would love to see what you guys have to offer in the future. Thanks for visiting the channel to help you simplify car audio. It's the Budget Basshead, and I'm out.